It has been a busy spring, now summer, and really the Colonial Tavern, you continue to give back, Deirdre.
Well, we're doing what we can. We have, to date, done over 800 meals to the homeless that are served by Micah Ecumenical Ministries.
800?
Yep, over 800 at this point. We had some original donors that kind of were the catalyst to start it. And then, of course, all this came about because the churches needed some additional assistance because they had folks that couldn't prepare the meals or volunteer. And now we've kind of been working in tandem with them as well to augment the days that they serve too.
What's striking about that is, I mean, you just started this up.
Right.
With the pandemic. It wasn't like you'd always been doing this.
Oh, no. In April, we started.
You sort of created a template for this. What a great story this is.
Hopefully, our All for Love campaign, that's what started it. That's what started the whole thing. You know, and it's been great for our staff as well because this has been a rough situation. For everybody, no matter what your industry, but especially, I believe, for the restaurant industry. And it's kind of given us a purpose and something to come in and feel excited about doing and knowing that hopefully we're making a difference in people's lives and giving them a healthy meal.
And I come by here and I whenever I see this place or I see ads for it, and I think of the All for Love, and myself, I think that's a place I want to go.
Well, and we hope so. You know, I mean, we still have the campaign going on. Along with this, we also partnered up with Frontliners Appreciation Group, and we fed over 100 first responders throughout the course of this. So that is why the All for Love campaign continues to be important because these folks have been dealing with the pandemic, helping with the right to peacefully protest. The pandemic obviously is still underway. And those folks will need meals too, everything from healthcare workers to police and the sheriff's office and beyond. So our email, I'll give it that plug right now, is the ColTav, T-A-V, all the number 4 love at gmail.com.
Give that one more time.
The Col, C-O-L, T-A-V, all the number 4 love at gmail.com.
So you've helped feed the homeless, you have helped feed first responders. What's next?
Well, what's next, and we're super excited, we found out that Healthy Generations Agency on Aging, which was Rappahannock Area Agency on Aging, who serves some of our elderly in the area, many of whom not necessarily are infirm, but are at risk in this pandemic and have difficulty going out. Some of them, of course, are compromised financially based on the fact that they just are older and life circumstances. So when we found out about this, I reached out to Pat Holland, who's super lady, their executive director, to talk to her about how we might assist there. And, you know, she said that the requirements for it have been loosened up a little bit. You have to be over the age of 60, etc., when they receive this CARES money. So I immediately thought of Mill Park Terrace Apartments, where we could try to do most bang for the buck, serve the most people. Near and dear to my heart, my mom, who's in a nursing home sadly now, but lived there for going on a decade, and it's a phenomenal place. So, goodness willing, we are collecting information. They're doing some legwork now, and we're going to start providing anywhere between, say, 55 and maybe even up to 100 meals a week for the folks at Mill Park Terrace with the help of Healthy Generations.
Wow. See, and that's where a local business like this can give back so much, and that's why it's important to come to a local business like this.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, corporations, it's been difficult for corporate restaurants, I'm sure, but they certainly have a whole lot more money than we do. You know, thanks to the support of the folks that have been generous through our curbside, have now taken advantage of our safe and sanitized patio service. We are grateful for that. We do have now 4 limited dining tables inside that we also have sanitized as well. And all these things to continue through people are important. And the musicians that have done virtual concerts for us to raise money, we have used that money to supplement what the churches need to help feed Micah. We've also had some other people make direct donations, and that's important. And again, that email, I mean, we've had people offer to volunteer, and we need those things to continue if you're interested in trying to help with any of our causes.
Wow, it is exciting. It kind of gives you goosebumps when you think about what you've done and who you've helped. And really, I mean, this is really one of the, you try to look for silver linings, and this is one of them.
Well, I said in a previous interview with you, our owner, Terry Hubble, has said for 16 years, if life hands you lemons, make lemonade. And that's what we've truly been trying to do. I mean, because I think about us sitting here, I can't even believe it's July. And the initial interview that we had, and the desperation when I sat down with the owners in the beginning, that's a hard word, but it's true. Having to let the vast majority of our staff be on unemployment or laid off or whatever the case, when we have worked so hard for all these years, it was either make it or break it. And thanks to our loyal customers and this give back campaign, knock on wood, I don't have any near me except my head, we are going to be real hopeful that even though we're still in a rough situation with the pandemic, we'll be okay.
But you really have, you've just added another layer to what the Colonial Tavern has been known for several things over the years, as we've talked about before. But this now is one. This is a really a cool thing.
Well, and we think it is. All for Love, again, and a final plug on that. The email is thecoltav, all the number 4 love @gmail.com. And we'd love to hear from you there. We do have some other exciting stuff going on. And we have had a very limited menu because we have limited staff. Our kitchen guys are coming in, 7, 8, 9 in the morning, 14-hour days. It's been crazy. But we have now been able to expand our menu a little bit. So the way to find out everything going on here is to like and follow us on our Facebook page. We are releasing today the limited menu we had, but we're bringing back some stuff that people love and have requested, like our pot roast dinner and our vegetarian sub and our stout burger. We have a couple new things on our menu. We have a new specialty drink menu. Folks have seemed to enjoy our quarantine punches that we had a bunch throughout this. Well, now they have a new name. Now they're pandemic survival punches, because now we're not back where we're locked down, but now we're moving on from that. We've got an orange crush, a Lynchburg lemonade, some like summer fruity refreshing drinks, and those are going to be available online. Also exciting because folks are still doing curbside, and we hope that you will, because frankly, if you're at risk, it's a lot safer.
It's better do it.
You can call it in within 30 minutes. You come and pick it up. We can also now do draft beer to go. So we can do bottled wine, 6 packs of beer, specialty drinks. So that's, you can go kick back in your yard and have some yummy Colonial Tavern food on a...
Well, and we're sitting outside. It's the chairs are comfortable. You've got umbrellas, and like you said, there's limited seating inside.
Absolutely, and we do our best to distance the patio, make sure there aren't too many people. Obviously, live music in the very beginning of all this. We talked about it's our bread and butter, and it is. It hasn't been able to be right now. It's heartbreaking to us. We have some of the most phenomenal customers and musicians that I could even imagine ever working with. Some of them have been kind enough to step up and say, hey, we'll play for you guys on Friday and Saturday nights. They're working for tips, so make a reservation if you come out to see them. It's weather pending, of course. They're playing on the grassy area out on our patio. We've had some phenomenal shows thus far. We're going to have Ralph Gordon and Bruce Middle playing on Friday night of this week, and then all of our music's going to run 6:30 to 8:30. Again, like and follow us on Facebook. Pinned at the top is going to have all the weekend music stuff, and we hope to get back inside at some point. But just like the indoor seating and live music, our owners say when they feel it's safe. They watch the numbers, and at the end of the day, we want people to feel safe coming here. We're trying to keep our staff safe. We're using, all the sanitizers. You have a sanitizer spray on every table. We make sure all the tables are clean, disposable rags. We're all in masks. We are never allowed to take our masks off. And that's important. I mean, we feel safe to work here. We as a staff are grateful that we work for owners that want to keep us safe and understand the importance of doing so for us and our customers. Because if we had some sort of case here and our restaurant was closed, that would be just horrific.
Well, you were the first one. When we did our first interview back in April sometime, you were the first person that I'd done that said I have to have my mask on.
Yep,
and now a lot have followed, but you were first. And like I said, I mean, you've done everything you can to keep everyone safe.
And we're trying to do that. Our staff wears them. You'll see a sign when you get here that says face mask required to enter the building, and that is the case. Obviously, when you're sitting down eating, if you end up sitting at a table inside, you can take it off to eat and drink, but we do ask that while you're up and moving about, where, aerosols and germs could spread further, that you do have a mask on. And hopefully that will help keep all of us safe.
It's exciting. It's been fun to have a front row seat, and just because you continue on, and so now it's senior citizens, and that's going to be fun to see how that develops.
We're going to see how that goes, and certainly we still hope to help Micah. The churches have been able to do a little more of their own stuff of late, but they don't know if we can have any sort of setbacks because we're still in a pandemic. So we stand ready to help them as well, and certainly if you all want to reach out to help feed first responders or anybody else, we appreciate it. And certainly we hope to see you soon so that we can serve you curbside, on the patio, or in the dining room.
Well, Deirdre, it's great. It's fun to find out all the new things you and the Colonial Tavern involved in the community. Thank you.
We're so grateful for you again, Ted, and for B101.5 at WFDA.